ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the beautiful Ched Towns Reserve for this fantastic fixture today. We've got the Northwest Magpies going up against the Minchinbury Jets. And what a special day this is for the Northwest Magpies. We've got international players 190 and 190, Connor and Jack Lawrence, heading out onto the field. Leading their team out, playing their 100th game for the Northwest Magpies. And what an absolutely fantastic achievement. First two players to do this in the club's history since 2018, and it's fantastic to have their family and friends here to watch them celebrate what is an absolutely amazing milestone. So we're going to kick off here. It's a beautiful morning down here at the beautiful Ched Towns. We're currently holding at about 10 degrees, no wind. Slightly overcast conditions, but it should be great for footy. The field's held up pretty well. She's not too dewy. She's nice and dry, despite some of the overnight rain that we've had here. But we're looking forward to an absolute humdinger of a game with the Northwest Magpies going up against the Minchinbury Jets. Lining up for the Magpies in season 2025, proudly sponsored by BT Civil. In jersey number 1 is Tyron Avery. Jersey 2, Liam Hall. Jersey 3 is Noah Olbach. 4 is Tyler Coxedge. 5 is Luke McMillan. 6 is Jack Lawrence. 7, William Johnson. 8 is Connor Johnson. 9 is Connor Lawrence. Jersey number 10 is Tyson Knight. 11 is Kai Wilson. 12 is Harrison Hepsloth. 13 is Cohen Gregory. 14 is Dean Long. 15 is Hunter Abel. 16 is Lachlan Henkel. 17 is Cooper Buden. 18 Joel Hutchison. 19 Jack Turnbull. 20 is Cody Smallwood. And 21 is Bailey Cotter. Trainers are James Shoebridge and Jared Lawrence, with their manager Jade Lawrence and coach Mr. Luke Gregory. So this should shape up to be an absolute Bobby Dazzler. We're getting ready to play some junior rugby league, so let's get these boys underway. Referee and touch judges are in position. Magpies are kicking towards the southern end. Minchinbury on the receiving end. This is it, celebration of 100 games for Junior Rugby League at the Northwest Magpies for Connor and Jack Lawrence. Congratulations. Tackle 1 underway. And boom, contact in straight away from the Northwest Magpies, bringing the Minchinbury Jets player down 20 metres out from his own try line. Great to see young Connor's in there already. Makes his first contact in game 100. Good tackle there. William Johnson over the top, controlling the ruck. Minchinbury making their way out towards the 40-metre line. Young Jack Lawrence in the tackle, 100th game. There he is. That's his second contact of the game. So he's in and he's ready to go. There's clearly no nerves for these boys, 100 games in. It's great to see. Minchinbury tackled right on the halfway line. Last tackle, kick goes through. No trouble at all at the back there for young Tyron Avery. Footwork, left, right, straight through the middle. Puts his Magpies team into a fantastic position. Magpies have already taken this up to the halfway line here just on tackle 0. So we're ready to go. Good solid contact. Tyson Knight there. He's just getting a little bit wrestled here by the Minchinbury 14. Lawrence. Out to Lawrence. There's the combination we're looking for. Ball shifts out left to right across the field. Gregory on to Johnson. He's looking for the offload. Just couldn't get it away. Minchinbury's number 10 wrapped him up there nice and clearly. Young Avery gets in at dummy half. On to Olbach. Ball slipped out through the back door. Cotter picks the ball up and he's brought down on the ground. Magpies didn't get many metres in this set, so they're going to look for a very good clearing kick. He's gone sky high. End over end. Wow, the Minchinbury player nearly coughed up the pill there, but he didn't. But he's got some speed to burn around the outside. Never looked in doubt Avery to make that fantastic tackle. Lawrence coming over the top. Young Connor Lawrence. Minchinbury shift out towards the left. They're putting pressure on here. They're 20 metres out from their try line. They'll be looking to try and open up the account for the Jets. Magpies will need to stand strong. Ball shifts right. So far, so good. Tackle's looking good. Minchinbury keeps shaping to go left. They've only got one player out on the left. Magpies got 5 defenders, so it's probably not the great idea to go short side. They've gone again short side. Magpies got the number to cover this, so as long as they've got the missed tackles. Players held 5 metres short from the line. Minchinbury bring in the big prop. Yeah, unfortunately. Minchinbury open up the account there. This makes 4-0 here to the Minchinbury Jets. Magpies had them covered for numbers. They just had to hold that tackle up, but Minchinbury with the big crash play. Score currently 4-0 with a kick to come. Alright, so Minchinbury looking to take this kick here. He's shaping on the 20-metre tram track. We've just had a very gentle breeze pick up in the last 30 seconds, literally. He's put a little bit of left to right on this to make this kick slightly harder. Referee has called time, though. Looks like we're searching for a kicking tee on the sideline. That should come through, but we just had a huge shout out as well, just while we're taking this very small break, to this team sponsor, BT Civil, fantastic sponsor of the club partner actually, but also sponsor of this individual team as well. So we appreciate all of the team out there at BT Civil. We thank them all very much and thank all of our sponsors. Again, just a special shout out to the Lawrence family here. It's great to see Nan and Pop, Mum, Dad, everyone here in support. This really is a family affair. Fantastic achievement for the two boys. They aren't brothers. For anyone that isn't aware of Jack and Connor Lawrence, they're actually cousins, but both today, both fathers are involved in the team from training capacity. So it's great to have a family connection here at the Northwest Magpies representing, and for these boys to reach that 100-game milestone. So just once again, boys, congratulations. Apologise if I sound like a broken record, but what an achievement it is. So we wish all of those boys the very best. Time's been waved on. Minchinbury comes in. I'm right behind this kick, so I can give you a good angle. It looks good here. Has he got the distance? Flags have gone up, and he's definitely got it. So what a lovely little kick that was. 20 metres in from the sideline, 20 metres back, and he's poked it over the black dot completely. So Minchinbury will open up the scoring here. 6-0 against the Magpies, but that won't deter them. Coach Gregory over there on the sideline, he'll be getting some messages out to his trainers. Just complete your sets. Just number up in tackles. So the boys are doing a great job thus far. So we've got young Noah Olback with the kickoff here. He's going to look to put this ball, by the sounds of it, into that bottom left-hand corner here in the southern side. Down she goes. A little bit of spiral on her. Received well by Minchinbury. Good, strong defensive line there from the Magpies. Complete the tackle. We've got Gregory, young Colin Gregory in there over the top there. With Mr. Cotter. Secondary contact again. Cotter, that's 2 from 2 from him. Bailey Cotter's certainly putting in some work in this set. For a moment there, I thought Magpies ended up with the ball, and there's a knock-on, 100%. Yeah, I actually thought the Magpies player had the ball in the tackle, to be honest with you, the way it appeared from where I'm sitting. But anyhow, ball's gone down. Minchinbury knock-on. Magpies opportunity to continue to play on. So big shout-out to all of our friends here in Magpies TV land that will be watching this game. We hope you're enjoying the live stream and everything's coming through nice and clearly. We've got a scrum on the halfway line. Magpies opted to take this from the 20-metre mark. Out the back, Lawrence. On to Gregory. Well, there's a good, strong run. Straight up the middle. Metres crawling. Fantastic effort there. Kai Wilson. Fantastic. This is a much better set from the Magpies. 2 good, strong runs to start it off. We've got Lawrence, onto Lawrence, inside. Well, he shapes inside and goes himself. Plenty of push in the tackle. It's good to see. Lawrence onto Gregory. Gregory shifting the ball out through Knight. Knight's onto Wilson. Wilson's got some power and some pace and some speed to burn. He's brought down there. Magpies now 10 metres out. They're on the attack. Well, there's an unforced error. We like to call those in the game a bit of a coach killer, but that's all right. Good to see the Magpies teammates come in, pat him on the back and say, that's okay, we'll catch the next one. Minchinbury called the scrum to the middle of the field. Scrum packed down, 20 metres out. Magpies will be looking to shut this play down here. Ball's coming left. Yeah. Avery in there over the top. Gregory with young Lachlan Hankel. Lawrence and young Dean Long in that tackle there. Great, strong tackle. Kai Wilson over the top. Certainly a very strong player, young Kai. Great legs and all tackle. Minchinbury here struggling to make some metres. They've only put 20 metres on in this set. Slow play the ball. Well, there's a penalty from the referee. I feel there wasn't much attempt there from the Minchinbury player to get to his feet quickly, and that really should have been an advantage, I think, to the Magpies there. But we've got a penalty anyway, so we play the whistle, and that's how it works here. So Magpies are going to have to run another set here in defence. So Tappy 10 metres out from Minchinbury. They're 40 metres away from their try line at the moment, looking to score. Couple of metre gain there for Minchinbury. Magpies set in defence. Ball shifts to the right through the centre of Minchinbury. Magpies up off the line. Connor Lawrence in there. Good over the top ball, and all slow this down. Magpies' defence is reset again. Minchinbury shift to go towards the right-hand side, looking to get to the inside of that left upright. We're tackle 5, my apologies. Tackle 5, last tackle. Minchinbury run the ball. I don't think the number 2s realise this is last tackle. No, they definitely didn't have their kickers in motion there. I actually thought it was tackle 4, and maybe Minchinbury thought the same thing. The referee did call tackle 5 at the last moment, so that was an unfortunate scenario, but great for the Magpies. Ball's turned over. They're going to have to grind hard out of here. We'll see some dummy half scoots, I think, out of this set, trying to gather that speed. Yeah, unfortunately, I think the one pass there off the back of the scrum made it a little bit difficult. You want to be taking those scoots from that position and just gaining those 2 or 3 metres and try to get yourself out to the 30 for a kick. But unfortunately, one pass driven back in by the Minchinbury strong defence. This causes another set, but Magpies underway. We've got young Lawrence with the ball. He's got a 20-metre, slightly short kick out, but that's all right. Young Gregory on the side. Magpies use some good strong line speed here and get off and shut this out. There's only one way they can go when they're that close to the sideline, so good strong initial contact out of there. Tyson Knight. Minchinbury lock, he shakes to go inside. Well, it's a tough effort there. Young Tyron Avery did his absolute best to take a ball and all tackle, but unfortunately I think that's compounding pressure. 3 or 4 sets in a row. We'll call it an accidental, unforced error. I feel like they got an additional set there. So when you have 3 or 4 sets in a row at this level of football, it is very, very hard to contain. So Minchinbury go in to score again. Score's currently 10-0 here. There'll be a kick to come. Would make the assumption that the Minchinbury player here will slot this one over given his last kick. But you never know. The footy gods could be smiling on the Magpies, but score currently 10-0 in favour of the Minchinbury Jets. As expected, conversion successful. Score turns 12-0 here. Minchinbury over the Northwest Magpies. Northwest Magpies today, they are short on a couple of troops. Well, they've got a fantastic squad number at 21. They are playing a little bit light on numbers today, but you can play the cards that you're dealt. I'll be pretty certain that Coach Gregory will be sending out the message to, come on boys, let's stay focused, let's contain the sets, let's control the unforced errors. Magpies just haven't had enough ball, to be honest. Well, there's a little bit of a worm burner kick, and how fantastic was that one? Punch that down into that left-hand corner. Magpies need this. This is going to be 20 metres out. It was touched in play by the Minchinbury player before it went out, so we're going to have a scrum here. This will be a loose head and feed to the Northwest Magpies. Scrums aren't often contested anymore in the modern day of junior rugby league. They're not contested in the modern day of the NRL either, but loose head and feed anyway to the Northwest Magpies. They're certainly set up here to run left to right across the field. They're going to be putting pressure on these outside 4 and 2 of the Minchinbury players. So let's see what they come up with here. Ball's in out the back. Lawrence looking for Gregory. Looks towards the line. No, we just got Olback. What a good straight line run. They've got him covered here shorts. 5v3 here. Magpies shift right. No, Lawrence has gone himself down. Good tackle there from the Minchinbury player to get him over. Numbers have now evened up both sides. They're going to look to go left. Lawrence pushing out through Wilson. Magpies still floating around that 10-metre line. They need one settler towards the sticks here to try and draw. Well, I tell you, lovely cutout pass. They've decided to go left. They've created some space through that beautiful cutout pass, and there's a try in the corner to the Northwest Magpies. Score currently 10-4. Back in the old days, we'd say 10-4, big buddy. Anyhow, Northwest Magpies onto the scoreboard, 10-4 here against the Minchinbury Jets. Again, we're coming to you live from the beautiful Ched Towns Reserve. It's a huge, huge day here today for the Northwest Magpies. We thank Glenmore Park for hosting us here. I'm currently 70 metres away and the eyesight's not that great, but I'm going to make the assumption this looks like this could be young Noah Olback taking the kick. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. He lines up the shape in. He's kicking this from a good 25 metres back from the try line. He's about 5 metres in from touch, so let's see how this one lands. Well, it looks good. It's got some distance. No. Just slightly. I tell you what, the direction was good and it was right in front of the sticks and it was going to go over, but just short on the distance. I called it early to say he had the distance, but just trickled under that black dot. So score remains 10-4 here to the Northwest Magpies. To the Minchinbury Jets. Northwest Magpies scoring. I apologise, people. I've just been corrected that the score is 12-4, so it's definitely not 10-4, big buddy. Currently 12-4. There's the kickoff here. Down to Lawrence. Good strong run up, looking for some space. Young Connor Johnson. He was looking to get himself some space there on the inside. Magpies currently 5 metres in from touch. Lovely run from Noah Olback. Fantastic centres run there. Got himself into a great position, scooted across, got the Magpies some space, and another good one here from Avery. Good footwork. Just that footwork at the line makes the difference. He was able to pick up that extra 2 metres. Lawrence onto the ball. He's going to connect with Lawrence. Lawrence has gone out the back through Long. Long's looking for space. I tell you what, this set here from the Magpies is lovely. Good hit up from the back fence from Johnson that set him up. We've got Wilson. Wilson takes off the left foot. Well, he's greeted with a don't argue from the big Minchinbury number 15. Well, this could be a penalty here. Yeah, referee signalled 6 again. I love that decision. Rather than a penalty, let's go to 6 again. He saw that the Magpies are on the advantage and there's no reason to stop play. Gregory Turns it inside to Knight. Knight's finds space through the middle. He's over the 20. Well, here we go, and he's still going. A bustling run. Magpies must shift right. Must shift right. We're playing 5 on 3. Got to shift right. Here we go. It's out to the right. Got Gregory onto the line through Olbach. Olbach's found space through Cody Smallwood. He just couldn't get inside his man. They'll take one back to the sticks here through Gregory. Onto Long. There we are. We've set ourselves up. Magpies look good. They've created overlap here on that left-hand side through this defence. Minchinbury aren't getting across. They've certainly got the numbers if they can push the ball. Wilson's looking for it. This is last tackle coming up. Lawrence goes short side. Quick hands. Cotter was trying. He was trying. And he just couldn't get there. It was like he was reaching for that last Tim Tam in the packet and he just couldn't get his hand in. Magpies have got a good opportunity here with some strong defence to keep Minchinbury Jets down here. Good line speed, good contact straight up. Young Johnson in there. Also looked like we had young Knight also putting in some contact. Tell you what, been very impressed with young Tyson Knight today. He's had some fantastic strong runs. Very good contact in his tackles. Minchinbury, they're not off the line now. They're starting to tie down. The physique and the speed of the Magpies, I think, is really starting to pay toll on the Minchinbury Jets. They'll be looking for half-time to come real quick. This is where the Magpies need to not worry about those initial 2 tries. They've just got to keep focused on the game and keep playing their footy. Minchinbury have made 30 metres maximum. Slow kick, left foot Larry. And a lovely take there and controlled. Beautifully controlled by Luke McMillan. Luke's job here, get down, quick play the ball, and let's go again. Minchinbury aren't onside. They're struggling to get back. There's the quick play. Avery's going to use his footwork here. Lovely run. Also had a good game thus far, young Tyron Avery. He's done a really good job. Lawrence onto the ball. He's picked up with Lawrence here. Cuts out Long onto Olbach. We just needed one more pass there. I'll tell you what, if we could have got that away, I think Smallwood would have been down the sideline. Lawrence onto Gregory. Lovely inside line running there from Tyson Knight. Creates space for Gregory. Gregory's busted through. He's only got one to beat. He's looking for an offload. Connor Lawrence was there. He was waiting, just couldn't get the hand free. But I tell you what, they are struggling. We go right, bang. Here we go. Lawrence on through Olbach. Olbach throws the dummy, goes himself. He's found the space. He's worked through Minchinbury. Oh, referee's called knock on over the line. I've got one purple line, I've got one white eye, but I can tell you now, I think the referee's made the right decision. Just bobbled it over the line, but that's okay. Look at this. Minchinbury's got an opportunity here to race this out to this 20, and they're just not getting there. There's no urgency, so Magpies can compress their defence, and this needs line speed. Line speed from Magpies. Here we go. Look at that from Lawrence. Up in the line, Johnson. An unforced error from the Minchinbury Jets. Pressure from Connor Johnson in the tackle has spilled the beans. So we've got a runaway here through young Bailey Cotter. Look at Lawrence go. Oh, that could have been a Cousins try, 100 gain. Lawrence working with Lawrence. Just couldn't get the pass out. Jack Lawrence goes in the dummy half onto Avery. Tyson Knight, I feel like he's the man that could bust this right open. Lovely offload. This will be a penalty. I think we're going to get a call from a touch judge here on a strip. Yes, we have. Yeah, the pressure's compounding now on the Minchinbury Jets. They've had a first good 15, 20 minutes, but I feel what's happened here is just the speed. They've got a small bench, or potentially no bench by the look of it. Lovely line running there. This looks like the young fella Joel Hutchinson, Rouse Hill Rhinos prospect, I remember from a couple of years ago. Can't do that. Anyhow, young Connor Lawrence with the ball, takes the tap, 10 metres out. I feel this opportunity here, if Lawrence could take a tap and dart left, there's enough space out there. No, he's passed out the young Jack. That's the right place to go. This is where the space is. Magpies need to shift left quickly. They literally now have 5 on 3 maximum. Unforced error. Oh, what a bugger. What a bugger. What an absolute bugger that is. But these things happen. Look, we can't complain, I have to be honest. Tyson Knight there, an unforced error, but he's done some work in this first half already, so these things happen. Keep your head up, young Tyson. Great effort so far, mate. Tackled. Young Olback over the top. Olback in again. Good strong player. Previous International Player of the Year. He's put in a solid performance. Anyhow, back to the game. We're on the 40-metre line now. Minchinbury looking to move the ball. Well, their halfback has been caught. And unfortunately, there's another one of those penalties. Not intentional, but any contact to the head. As we know through the game of rugby league, we need to keep that contact away from the head. So any contact in the head will always result in a penalty. Accidental or not, these things occur. But anyhow, Minchinbury are going to get this ball. They've got an opportunity here to strike back against the Magpies if they're willing to. But I feel fatigue's going to be the hardest part for them. So I'm sure Coach Gregory will be getting the message out saying, look, these guys are starting to fatigue. We need to focus on our game. We need to keep doing what we're doing. Smart play of the balls, dummy half scoots. Let's keep the speed going. Here they go. Minchinbury, look at the two Lawrence boys. They're in. They're on the attack. I tell you, from where I'm standing, I wish you could see this, but the look on their faces is unbelievable. This will be called a knock-on here. Loss of control. It was one-on-one strip. We're going to see which way he calls this. This will be a scrum. This should be a feed towards the Northwest Magpies. Yep, some of the Minchinbury players are not happy, but that's okay. That's what happens in the game. So we're going to have a scrum pack down. We've told this 20 metres in for the Northwest Magpies. Young Jack Lawrence on his 100th game here will feed the scrum. Ball looks clean. Tunnels there. Straight through. Gregory. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Old Kai Wilson, he's not afraid to get in there and have a good hit up, is he? He's a great number 11. Gregory again, turns the ball back on the inside. I tell you what, he's a fantastic block, young Cohen Gregory. He doesn't realise how good his ball skills are. He keeps hitting that line and attacking it the way he does. Hutchinson with the ball here, looking for the space. Just steps off the left foot to get away from that prop from the Minchinbury Jets and picks himself up another 2 metres. Good little run there. Magpies will shape left here. Lawrence shows the ball. Out she goes through Gregory. There it is. See, it's that little show and go from Colin Gregory. Picks himself up that extra 2 or 3 metres. Minchinbury are struggling now. Magpies on the attack. Look at Avery's footwork go. Great hit and stick from the Minchinbury number 2. Last tackle. This ball's going to go sky high, I'm sure of it. No, they've gone back inside. They're going to run it. I'm not sure what the Magpies know here, but they've got some space. Ball's out. Gregory's looking to unload. Ball spills to the ground. Minchinbury pick it up. One-on-one strip through the Magpies. That's a try. There is a try against the turn of events. It's a one-on-one strip. Let's see what the call is. Well, I think I didn't quite catch the referee signalling there. Looked like he potentially said he might have been not square or offside, but well, I tell you what, we've all gone a little bit premature on that one because from where I was standing, that looked like a clean one-on-one rip. I'd love to see that on replay. But anyway, here we go. Minchinbury Jets. They get a little bit of a breather here. Kick to the sideline. Magpies have somehow got themselves a sneaky 7 metre instead of a 10. Oh, there we go. They've pushed the Minchinbury player back 3. That makes better sense now. Magpies had the mark. Minchinbury was a little bit forward. That's okay. Good, strong over the top. Lawrence, Gregory. I could tell you the atmosphere here on the opposite side of the field where we've got some of these parents has really picked up. There's some vocals coming. Some great positive support. Magpies are getting numbers in the tackle. Look at this. Am I watching rugby union? I thought that was a maul for a minute there. What about that defensive effort? Here we go, Magpies. Look at the line speed. Oh, Lawrence out the line. One-on-one. Minchinbury are struggling to make a metre here. And the Northwest Magpies, they are soaring. I'll tell you what, swooping season's coming early here in this set, let me tell you. Over the top, Olback. Just gets away with that play. Fend on from the centre. Lawrence has got him covered. Fend away, Dean Long. Look at Avery. What a solid fullback. One-on-one. Absolutely, ball and all. The centre from Minchinbury was double the size, and Avery said, "Thank you very much, sir. I'll take you." Well, loss of control there. This will be a knock-on. This should be a scrum, loose head and feed. No, referee, what have we called here? Hang on a tick. We've got a... Not sure. I don't actually know what we've got. Sorry, people at home. If you know what that was, make a comment. Let us know. That could just be a return here. So we might be sitting here, I believe, on potentially tackle 4. I didn't see a signal for a penalty, so let's assume we're on tackle 4. Got to wrap him up here. Hutchinson finally gets some good contact over the top with Gregory. Yeah, I'm very confused because I would have thought that's tackle 5, but I could be wrong. And there's numbers in those tackles. But that must have been a penalty set or something there. I don't really know, but anyhow, here we go. Yeah, just caught unfortunately short there. Minchinbury do score in the corner. Well, that is a try against the run of play because the Magpies in the last 10 minutes have been all over this team. But again, just as ruled by the referee, there must have been an unforced error in there, and unfortunately, Magpies are left having to defend another big set. But I tell you what, once again, they need to keep themselves spirited because from where I'm sitting, this Minchinbury team, they are really struggling for gas at the moment. This is a very long game of rugby league. There's still another full half to go. So if the Magpies can keep themselves focused, anything is possible. Score's currently sitting at 16-4. Usain Bolt runs it in under 10 seconds. I'm sure one of these boys can do it in 13, so it doesn't take really long to run 100 metres and to do that a couple more times, and the game's back on. So I would suggest the scoreboard is definitely not reflecting the actual run in play. Minchinbury kicker, their number 1, their fullback. He's got this set up 25 metres out, basically on the touch on the sideline. Tell you what, he struck it well. Wow, what a kick. That is a very good goal kick, and credit where credit is due. Puts his team out now, 18-4. Well, if there's anyone out here watching this young fella, sign him up. What a golden boot he's got. Well, this calls up the halftime break. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a short 3-minute break. In the meantime, we're just going to give you guys something special for young Jack and Connor Lawrence here in the halftime buzzer. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this fantastic little slideshow that we've got organised for these young gentlemen. We really thank them for being 100 club members here, 100 games for the Northwest Magpies. So for the next 3 minutes, kick back, relax, and let's take a little bit of a trip down memory lane.
Congratulations, Jack and Connor, on your 100th game. You started this club together in your very first game, and now all these years later, playing 100 games together. Well done, boys. I'm proud of you.
Congratulations, Jack and Connor, on 100 games with the Magpies. You started as foundation players in the under-9s in 2018, and here we are 8 years later in the under-16s. You're playing some really good football. It's so much fun to watch. I love going to the Saturday games, loved being your manager for the last 7 years. You both play well, you're great mates, and it's really good to see that two young boys have come this far and you've stuck together, you love playing footy together, and it's been a great privilege to watch.
Hey Connor and Jack, congratulations on 100 games for the Magpies. It's a massive achievement, and it's only fitting that you both share this milestone together. The same way you started your career. Well done, boys.
Hi Connor and Jack, just wanted to say congratulations on making 100 games for the Magpies. We've had so much fun watching you play together over the years, as I know you have together as well. It's a massive achievement, well done.
Congratulations Jack and Connor on playing your 100th game. I'm so proud of the fact that you both have been so committed to your team since the day you joined the club. You've both turned into talented players who give 100% to the team each time you play. 100 games is a significant achievement, and you both deserve to be celebrated for it. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, Jack and Connor, for your 100 games for the Magpies. Awesome job, guys. Keep it up.
Yeah, Jack and Connor, congratulations. It's a big achievement. 100 games, a try each would be good. Keep it up, boys.
Hi, Connor and Jack. Just wanted to say congratulations on your 100th game with the Northwest Magpies. Well done. Very proud, Grandma. So keep up the good work. Bye.
Hey Connor and Jack, congratulations on your 100th game. It's been very fun watching you play and very exciting. And I hope you both have a good 100th game.
Ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We say a huge thank you to these two young men here playing their 100th game of Junior Rugby League. What an achievement it was. It was good to take a little quick trip there down memory lane. Look at some of those old school photos there from when these boys were playing their Junior Rugby League as little lads of 7 and 8 and 9 years of age. God bless them, making their way through the grades. And they've been an absolutely fantastic team. And this year, I've got to be honest, this team's really come together well. They're sitting very nice towards the top of the ladder. And this could be the season, and what a season it would be for those two young Lawrence boys if they could get themselves into that big dance at the end of the year here, which is certainly achievable. So we say a huge congratulations to all of those guys. We thank the entire family for all of their support over the years, getting them to the games, making sure their boots were clean, tying up their shoelaces. And I'm sure coming from strong footy families, they would have loved talking to each other after the games and critiquing everything that they've done to get them to this point. So congratulations to young Jack Lawrence, mate. Congratulations, buddy. You're a testament to yourself and the entire family, and also to young Connor as well. So we say a big thank you to both of you boys on behalf of the entire Northwest Magpies family, on behalf of the community, the Junior Rugby League community, to play 100 games in one club is absolutely fantastic. So for those that see this achievement, obviously we're talking about their competition games, so they're playing 12 to 13 games a year. So these young boys have been playing since they're the age of 7 and 8, so it was really, really good to see. So we thank them very much for all of their hard work. All right, guys, we're second half here. We're just looking for a game ball. Game ball's on its way out. All right, here goes the kickoff here. Well, they've gone short. It hasn't gone the 10. No one touched the ball. There we go, Northwest Magpies. Well, this is the start they wanted. All right, Avery brought out 40 metres down. Good strong run by Hutchinson. Minchinbury's come out with a little bit of pep in their step, which you'll see this first 5 minutes, they'll be fired up. They've had themselves a small break, but the key will be for the Magpies to ensure that they see out this first 5. Oh, strong run. Strong run. Kai Wilson on the attack. Lawrence looks to shape up with Heslop. Heslop plays the ball out. Lawrence connects to Lawrence. Flicks inside, ball on there to Olback. Minchinbury defence were waiting. I'm not sure what this call. We've got a call for a rake from the Minchinbury against the Minchinbury Jets. This puts Magpies in a good position. Pretty confident they're not going to take the 2. Sorry, guys. They're going to move this ball here, right to left. And I think that's the correct side to go. I think they've really got to keep putting pressure on this Minchinbury right-hand edge. I feel this is where the space is. It's a good little settler there from Heslop. Gets him into a good position. Boom. One right. Gregory onto Avery. Avery's looking for space inside the big men. And I'll tell you what, he's got the footwork to do it, so it's a great tactic. Lawrence, Hutchinson steaming onto the ball. Olback finds space. Well, we've got a one-on-one strip has been called, so I thought there was 2 in the tackle, but anyway, let's move on. Game plays on. Wilson's over the top. Hutchinson around the feet. Minchinbury with the ball. Trying to push themselves out, but see, look, you can see here already, you can throw a blanket over this Minchinbury attack. They are struggling for who wants to run, and it will not take long for that petrol tank to go down. Their big centres come in for a shot. Sorry, second row, my apologies. This is what Minchinbury are going to have to rely on if they want to make these metres. They're going to have to get some petrol back into the tank of a couple of these big lads. Otherwise, the back end of this half, Magpies are going to come swooping. We're getting a call here from the touch judge. Called it out to the 20, correct decision. Sorry, I didn't fall asleep there. I was just trying to work out what was happening there, but we've got the decision out to the 20. Quick tap there, Avery's gone. This is where they need to do it. This is how they're going to get this Minchinbury team today. They're going to swoop over the top in this back end for quick plays. Fast play the balls, catch the big fellas offside. Here we go, Gregory going at the line. Young Luke McMillan with the ball, comes in for a lovely hit up, push back. The 10's become a bit short though. Referee's got to pull that 10 back. Lawrence is on to Wilson. He loves it. Look at the strong, look at the contact, the run, marching forward, quick play the ball. There it goes, Lawrence. This is how they've got to do it. Magpies steam up the field. One more run. Here we go. Penalty from the referee. Yeah, well, with fatigue comes discipline, and lack of discipline comes penalty. So the Northwest Magpies take advantage of this. Young Johnson winding up off the back fence. Here he goes, looking for space. He's brought the Magpies down to the 20-metre line. Quick play the ball required. We've gone left through Lawrence. Wilson again. I tell you what, he's not afraid to get in and have a go. He's put up a good performance today as well. Heslop, go to the line. There's space there if he wanted to use it. Bumps off one, gets through 2. Well, he's brought down short of the line. Magpies have him for numbers. Here goes the hands. Johnson's looking for that space. Goes one-on-one, prop on prop. 6 again is the call from the referee. I'm not sure what the infraction was, but neither way, Magpie 6 again. Lawrence onto Lawrence. Look at this young Jack Lawrence. He saw the line. His eyes lit up like a kid at Christmas. We've just got an accidental, unforced error here again under the sticks. Magpies are in a good position. It's tackle number 2, but they'll bring the ball out to the 10-metre line. Minchinbury have opted to pack the scrum in the centre of the field. The Magpies play on. Out she comes. Magpie scrum breaks relatively quickly. Minchinbury unsure what to do here. There wasn't much happening there for the Jets. Magpies swoop on that one and tackle pretty quickly. Good line speed, mate. The Magpies can pick up their line speed here. I think you'll see that they'll trap Minchinbury down and they'll get the ball back in good field position. Tackle 2. Heslop's got to be careful coming in over the top that late there. That could have been a penalty, but referees let that one go. With Johnson and Lawrence working together. Sorry, Johnson and Olbach, my apologies, working together. All right, we've got a penalty here for a strip. From where I'm standing, to be honest, I couldn't tell you if it was a strip or not, but this is the way. I don't believe Minchinbury have got anybody on their bench today, and it looks like they've got their big number 12, unfortunately, sustained an injury. This looks to be a potential shoulder problem. They've taken him from the field, and if this is the case, this will now get the Jets down 1 player. So Magpies with a bench of 3, plus an additional man on field. This will certainly give them the edge. Just contain those unforced errors. Here comes the line speed from the Magpies. Good tackle over the top. Wilson slowing down the play. Again, he's in there over the top. Young Jack Lawrence up. What a great run there. Really took that player down. Minchinbury striving towards their 25. Referee signaled 6 again for a play laying in the ruck. This is giving Minchinbury a little bit of that energy burst they needed, holding onto the ball, not having to make their tackles. Well, looking to milk that one there. The big number 10 from Minchinbury. The referee says, no sirree, Bob, go back and play the ball. Magpies cover over the top with Long. They're looking to spread the ball. Lawrence, Heslop, Gregory. The Minchinbury number 1's got some footwork to burn, so Magpies, well, he's found the hole and his footwork got him there and he's pushed through. He's having a good game, the fullback from Minchinbury. Magpies just needed to capitalise there, just complete that set. The defence, they got a little bit lacklustre, weren't sure where they were headed. And that little offload there, the number 1 got the ball and his footwork to burn. He was going to try to convert his own try. Now, given his kicks today, this one should slot straight over. So score's currently 22-4 in favour of the Minchinbury Jets. Still plenty of time in the game. Plenty of time to make something happen. Well, it's been waved away, and I tell you what, I thought I put the mock on him there, but I honestly thought that would slot over quite easily, but that's fantastic for the Northwest Magpies. Not to sound like a biased supporter, but we'll call that 22-4. Well, the young fella from Minchinbury's made his way back onto the field, the 12 that was taken off with a potential injury. Not sure what he was treated for. He's sort of just reaching and touching that right-hand shoulder, but he seems to be moving his arms and everything looks good for him. So let's make the assumption the young fella's fit and ready to play, so it's good to see him back out there. So Magpies kicking off now. Referee's got him for offside at the kickoff, so yeah, that's a bit of an unforced error. Not something the coach really wanted. So a few little things today. The Magpies just letting themselves down in a little bit of the discipline area. A few too many knock-ons and a couple of penalties in the ruck, and now one off the kick-off, so this is going to make it tough for them. Good, solid, nice tackle. Magpies doing well. Young Cotter. He's keen again. He's gone in for a second one. Long's come up from the inside there to complete the tackle and help get that one done. Line speed's good from the Magpies. It really is great line speed. They're getting up. They're making good initial contact. Minchinbury is struggling to get over the advantage line. I fear the Magpies have really just got to keep the little things in check, and they'll come swooping home. This 12's hard to handle. He was the young fella that was just off the field, but he seems to be full of gusto now, and he's back in and playing, so one will make the assumption that there's no serious injury there to the shoulder. It's good to see him back out there. Minchinbury move it from left to right, working through their fullback. Centre will play the ball out on the 40-metre line. There's going to be a big kick coming here. No, well, there we go. They've pushed it out through their winger who's come in for a shot. Oldback's over the top, brings the player down. Short of the line, this will be 5 now, so she's going sky high, which she does. Magpies under the ball. She's gone backwards, but they've not picked it up, and there's play on. I think this is going to result in a try. Well, oh, that was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. He did bobble the ball, but from my position, it bobbled it backwards, and it rolled backwards, but no one dove on it to clean up the kitchen. And unfortunately, there's another try to the Minchinbury Jets in the corner. Just while we've got this little break here again, guys, we're just another shout out to Jack and Connor Lawrence for their 100th game today, playing at the Northwest Magpies. It's great to see the crowd support here, so we say a big thank you to all of them once again, and congratulations to the lads. They've put in a strong effort, both of those boys today. They've had some great contact, good work on the ball, so they're doing themselves proud on their 100th game. If you're loving the Junior League, guys, don't forget, keep an eye out on the Magpies TV. We try to bring you as many Junior League games as we possibly can. And if you want to get out to the local park and watch some good footy, geez, there's some cracker games coming up. We've got our under-6s at 11:15 today. Later this afternoon, 5 o'clock, under-17 girls. There's many fixtures across the course of today. So get on out there and support the Northwest Magpies, and not even just us, support Junior Rugby League in general. If you're sitting at home, you're watching this, get out there, support it. A good friend of mine once told me you can't see anything if you sit at home. So get off the lounge and get out there and see the world, watch some junior support. All right, young Connor Lawrence in his 100th game is getting a little bit of attention on his snoz. Looks like he might have caught the bump and he's a little bit of blood coming out, so fingers crossed that'll stem itself. But anyhow, here we go. Oldback's on. Magpies won't make that same mistake again off the kickoff, and they do not. 5 metres back, everybody. But Minchinbury on the ball. Cotter's up quickly, looking to make contact. Gregory in. Fantastic work from McMillan. Comes in to finish it off. McMillan and Lawrence at marker. Oh, shoots left. Great effort and an offload there. Look, Magpies swarming over the top. finally brought down. He's 2 metres away from the sideline, this Minchinbury player. Magpies got him trapped, so good line speed. And they won't make the halfway line, so we've got to work on that line speed, Pies. Minchinbury look to work the ball back towards the middle through their lock. Near thought it was Brian Tottle with the headgear. Contact there from the Northwest Magpies. Minchinbury there, just on the halfway as predicted. They're going to try and scoot this one long. Here she go. Well, he's gone up and over. Oh, this is in no man's land, and a bounce is ugly. There's going to be a penalty here for a push. This will go towards the Northwest Magpies. Actually, no. He's before the push. He's found a offside off the kick. Fair enough, okay. Either way, that was going to be a penalty, but he's called the offside. Gregory's got the ball, looking to find touch. Gets the team another 8 metres, 10 metres there. Northwest Magpies will take the tap from 20-metre tram on just inside the halfway line. I think this is a telling set for the Magpies. Certainly, if not this one, the next one. This is where they want to come out guns blazing and see if they can't get a score, or at least compound some pressure. And look who it is, young Kai Wilson. Give me the ball. I want to have a run. Lawrence. Knight's back on. I feel like he had a break. I hadn't seen him for a while. And there he is, straight through another gap. What a great run. First contact, first touch in the second half. He's got himself a penalty for his team as well. There's a second effort in there to contain him. We're going to have a bit of an issue here. I think there could have been a bit of lip as well, potentially. Referee's called the captain out. He's going to have a bit of a talk. And he's put him 10 in the bin. Well, he's put him 10 in the bin. I feel there was a little bit of lip. He might have said a word or two that he shouldn't have. And now he's gone to the bin. So there you go. No, referee's called them up, blown the whistle, and everyone's gone. Let's see where this ball goes. Here we go. We've got a tap coming off. They've looked towards Knight. They've gone out through Connor Johnson. Lawrence out to Johnson. Johnson's looking for the ball, trying to make some strong meters there, making his way towards that side. He's through one. He's through two. He's got to be awfully close to that sideline. Lawrence onto Knight. I'd love to see Knight come off his left. He does. Look, so those extra couple of metres. Magpies definitely have him chasing numbers now on this left-hand side. They punch out through Wilson. Wilson onto Gregory. Loose ball goes to ground. Well, there it is. On his 100th game of junior rugby league, young Connor Lawrence. What an achievement. Scores for the Magpies. I said it had to be this set, and I'm telling you now, there'll be some spring in their step. That'll take a little bit of the gas out of the Minchinbury Jets. And with a good kick, it's game on. What an achievement. What a thing to remember. I'll tell you, he took the ball. He looked to pass, shaped off his left. Try time. He's still receiving attention for that nose. I tell you what, he might want to get that bleeding under control, because he certainly doesn't want to be sent to a blood bin. But we've got young trainer Shuey out there doing some medical attention on young Lawrence, so that'll be taken care of in a jiffy. You can see there's a little bit of spring in this Magpie step now. Trainer Lawrence just having a talk to the lads, patting them on the back, saying keep it up, keep it up. Some good clean instructions there going out to young Kai Wilson. So let's see what this set can bring for the Magpies. Waved away, unfortunately. Kick is unsuccessful. Score currently 26-8. We're running a 3-try differential, so this won't be that hard to pick up, particularly as the gas tank starts to empty for the Minchinbury Jets. Magpies stacked heavy at the back with their players here. They've got a Three-man front line in the attack here at the moment, but this ball's going to go long. There she goes. Down into Gregory's hands, the safe man. Here's Wilson off the back fence, says, come to me, Popper. He's through the line. Oh, in the wet weather, unforced error, and the ball popped. That is unfortunate, just the way he went down on the ground there. That ball just popped out. I feel sorry for the poor bugger because what a great run off the back fence it was. No advantage in that, so the referee's called a knock on. Minchinbury way. Well, what a shame. He's had a really good game, young Kai Wilson. And it's just unfortunate these unforced errors happen. Good run though, straight through the line. Just the angle that he fell, just ball popped it, hit the ground as he come through. But we move on. Magpies now. Minchinbury 30 metres out. They're on the attack. There's no doubt in my mind this ball is 1,000% shifting to the left. There she goes, out through their fullback. There's not much forward motion here. No advantage. They haven't gone past the scrum advantage line yet, so Magpies do well to contain that. Line speed's unbelievable. Look at this. First contact from Heslop, and it is basically on the advantage line. So that is great 10-metre rush from the Magpies. They're going to need to do this 2 more times. Here they go. Minchinbury sent the big fella in. Well, there's some contact, but I tell you what, Wilson wore it, didn't he? And it was not an issue. He's called 6 more again, just an unforced error, flop in the tackle. Finally brought down. Lawrence getting in there to assist. Wilson's in there. Minchinbury shift left. Contact again. There's young Cotter. He's going to need to get off, or this could be another one. No, referee lets that one go. And another one from Cotter. Tell you what, it's 2 in a row. Will he make it the hat trick? Good solid defence there from the 2 Lawrence boys on their 100th game. Held out the big fella from Minchinbury. Here comes the crash play, and he's knocked the ball on. This is going to be called double knock on both ways. Magpies will get the loose head and feed. Well, he's called a penalty that Magpies were offside. Well, that I'm not sure about, but again, we play the whistle, so that's the ruling. I thought they were on the try line, so I'm not sure how they were offside. Maybe they went too early or something, I don't know. But anyway, such is life, but the game's going on. Contact, Lawrence out the line. Ooh, I felt it from here. Tell you what, I'm near going to call that tackle of the day. And he's got up smiling, young Jack Lawrence. He says, come on at me, I'll do you again. That time, Connor Lawrence underneath. Cotter over the top with Kai Wilson. Minchinbury looking to play the ball. They've held it up. Number 2 from Minchinbury goes. Lawrence again. Kai Wilson again. Those boys have been busy this set. Minchinbury got nowhere to go. They're going to have to really just work on getting it out to, I think, either their fullback, or they've got to try and find some space with their big fella and try and pile him over for a crash play. But Magpies' defence at the moment, it's tight and strong, but the ball moves left to Minchinbury. They've gone on forward on the attack. Big cutout pass to the corner. Referee, I think I saw a touchy with a signal, bit hard. He's called. There's the try. Yeah, try in the corner of the Minchinbury Jets. So there's a lot of work over here on this left-hand side. Again, another try off the back. Magpies put themselves in the game. Minchinbury just extend again, but unfortunately, I think just a few too many turnovers, and this one might be slipping away from the Northwest Magpies. Yeah, I feel the big problem here is we've got a lot of unforced errors today. Unfortunately, the Magpies have probably dropped the ball a couple too many times. You know, it's not on purpose. Sometimes it's just accidental. These things happen. But certainly some of those infringements in the ruck area, I think Coach Gregory will certainly be talking to the boys about some of those. There's been a number of 6 again restarts, so the boys will want to make sure that they tighten that up. Minchinbury seems like the Minchinbury captain and fullback's given up the kicking duties for some reason. And they've gone with a new kicker. Let's see if he can poke it over. No, punched out to the right-hand side and a little bit short, so Magpies will kick off again to the Minchinbury Jets. Noah Roll back with the kickoff here for the Northwest Magpies. Just punched it down into that bottom corner. Ball's gone backwards. Referee has not called knock on. Well, he's away. Here we go. The footwork's on. Gets to Olback, and Long says, I'm here. Lawrence comes over the top. Slow the play, the ball down. Offload, Minchinbury. They've just made their way over the halfway line now through Knight. No contact made. Eventually brought the tackle down. Thought he just pumped off Knight there for a little bit, but game on. Shifting the ball out. McMillan makes the tackle. Quick play the balls. They've got to try to slow this ruck down here for Minchinbury, but Minchinbury's, I tell you what, the big boys here might have gassed out a little bit for Minchinbury, but their other players have stepped up and they're taking some nice little hit-ups here. Well, he's had a knock on there over the try line, so ref will call this one as a scrum. We're going to head out to the 10-metre line. Magpies have called this to be played from the middle. Let's see how the back end of this game goes here. Magpies will be looking to just try to control the ball, make sure they're not doing any unforced errors if possible, see if they can't pick themselves up another try or two. Lawrence feeds the scrum. No, referee holds it. I don't know how Minchinbury. Oh, there we go. Right, that looked a little bit odd to me. That's what the referee was looking for. They had 7 out the back. So the lock went in. Scrum's played underway. Wilson's got the space. He just needed a support runner to be with him. Gregory pops the ball out to Avery. Avery's brought down just short of the 40-metre line, gets up the scrum. Ref says go back. He got up to snuggle a couple of extra metres there, but that's not possible to do. So anyhow, there's young Knight. See, I like that. Wilson going forward with the ball. Knight just coming back on the unders line there, picks up that extra 5 metres. Another strong run from young Wilco. Lifted in the tackle there, but not taken past the horizontal and dropped down straight away. So maybe there was a few words exchanged between the number 11 from the Magpies and the number 5 from the Jets, but a little bit of friendly banter. They're both having a giggle. Good little chip chase over the top. The bounce sits up. Knock on. Look at the pressure from Lawrence. Score! This could be a double here. This is a knock on with a, should be a play on, but the referee's called. There was a knock on from the Minchinbury player as he tried to catch the ball. Well, the full-time hooter goes, and I have to say, you know what? I'm going to give a try there to Jack Lawrence because we can. Now that there was a little bit uncertain. I don't know what happened there at the end, but I certainly feel like the Minchinbury player knocked it on. Jack picked the ball up and scored over the line. But anyway, we can call that a 1.5 Lawrence tries today, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, congratulations to all the players out here today. It was a good little game. A huge shout out, though, to young Jack Lawrence, young Connor Lawrence. Boys, what an achievement. 100 club games. And even though the result didn't go your way, I tell you what, individually, you boys had good games. You played strong, good tackles. Unfortunately, just a few little unforced errors from the team. But that's the way it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Sometimes you just have a good time. So it was really, really good. Good effort from everyone. But again, massive shout out. Huge shout out to the entire Lawrence family. What a great effort today to see Mum, Dad, Nans, Pops. Everyone was down here. Great support from the team in general and all the parents here to support these boys. So congratulations, boys, on a fantastic effort. 100 club games to Connor Lawrence and Jack Lawrence of the Northwest Magpies. All right, guys, that'll wrap us up here at the beautiful Ched Towns Reserve. We thank Glenmore Park for hosting us here today. From Magpies TV and everyone else around, we say goodbye, good night, good evening, and enjoy your footy. We'll catch you next time. See you later.